leader of the opposition, Mr. Mark Golding, he voted. Here he is arriving with his wife. This is at one of the polling stations in Dillsbury in St. Andrew. And while the footage is going on, Jody, it is very interesting that most of the persons seeking office, they don't necessarily vote in the constituency they represent, which I find, very interesting, because there is a view that maybe, if you are living in my constituency as an MP, you may be inclined to, do more. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it makes sense in the context of you believing that the Member of Parliament is a be-all, end-all and needs to be in the constituency at all times. And there's certainly space to have that view. But
one can always do better, but we have done a fair amount. It's been an issue of concern to us as well. So that is why, as leader of the party, I implemented an innovation by appointing a junior shadow cabinet drawn from young people in their 20s, early 30s, from the PMP Youth Organization and the Patriots, which is our young professional. And that has given exposure to the members of the Junior Shadow Cabinet to speak on national issues and to raise the profile of the party among the youth, to show them that we are a party that respects young people and feels that their voice is important and that they should be given opportunities to be heard. The challenge is, of course, that many young people are just not at all interested in public affairs. And I think that's symptomatic of the world as a whole. That's not just a Jamaica thing. And I think it's to do with the way in which communication and information is shared nowadays and the sheer volume of things that people have access to. But, we are doing what we can because we do see it as an important issue. We would like to see a high turnout. For one, I think a high turnout favors the opposition party in an election. 2020 was an aberration because it was during the COVID period, and indeed it resulted in community spread occurring almost immediately after election day was announced. So that was an unusual situation. I don't think we can really give it too much statistical importance when it comes to voter turnout. But the polls have indicated an expectation that the turnout this time will be significantly higher than that. And that's also what I'm expecting, even based on what I've encountered here this morning. This is where I vote. And, in the past few elections when I've come here, there have been a relatively small number of people at 7 o'clock. Today, it was quite busy.